Welcome to the Peak Performance Lounge. I am Choni, and I'm here with Shawn.
Good afternoon.
And today, you know what, guys? I found a specialist. And we're going to have a conversation about, what the peptides are. We talked about some big words with
Sirloin.
sirloin.
No.
Yeah.
Samorlin.
Samorlin.
Yeah.
Talk about what it means to actively be in your community. And, hey, flying to China all the time. Yeah, that's what we're going to
get there.
We'll get there. Yeah, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a Luca fan. That's all.
Listen, everybody became a Luca fan after he left Dallas. After he got
But when he was there, from looking at Dallas's perspective, we're like, people don't know how amazing this guy is. The things that he was doing
in the community, or just on the field,
on the court, on the court.
Yeah.
It was otherworldly. Some of the things he was doing.
Oh yeah, I mean to be that young, you know what I'm saying? And
still we don't in town. We don't begrudge. I mean, obviously he got traded without. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
so nobody in Dallas who's a Maverick fan begrudges him at all. It's they hate to see him go to the West, right? But they wish him well in L.A.
Yeah. Do you wish him well?
Yeah, of course. I'm a 50-year-old man with 2 kids. All I care about is what happens at the house, and then when I go to the clinic,
Yeah, that's it. You like if nothing happened in between this.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a good life though?
It is. It makes things more simple.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes things easier. Well, in some regards, because I had kids later.
Yeah.
All of my peers from high school, all my peers from college, my fraternity, if they were going to have kids, they had them way a long time ago, right? So their lives changed earlier than mine. Their need, their desire, their interest in watching sports and being connected to it it tails off.
Right? Yeah.
As those other things become, higher profile and more important in your life, So
I feel like the sports is I don't know. I mean, this is the correlation, but it is kind of. When you're watching it, I'm watching it, but I'm not as invested in it as I once was. I'm just it's more okay, I'll put it on, but I'm not, hey man, I probably won't come to your house anymore to watch the game, unless it's Super Bowl.
I think there's 2 things going on there. Your priorities have changed, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to build this business.
Yeah.
You're trying to make a better you.
Yeah.
Also, you're getting older and your body chemistry has changed.
Yeah.
Hence game day, right?
Yeah.
Your body chemistry changes, man. It changes your brain. It changes how you function and the way you think and what you think about.
But isn't that crazy that nobody never told us about this? About especially me. Nobody's telling me that hey man, once you start getting older, your body's just gonna change. It's more just being hey man, you're gonna get old, and you all right, cool. So what happens?
Well, nobody's telling you anything. First of all, right? They don't get on. You don't see a Ozempic commercial or a Mibo commercial that says, "Hey, your color is orange and you're just getting old." Done.
Yeah.
Nobody tells you that. Nobody talks to guys, right? That's part of the point. That's part of what the people who have invested in the brand that I've invested in.
Yeah.
We start to try to have those conversations with people. I remember when I was a tyke and I was born in Little Rock, but grew up in Dallas.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah. And I'd go back to visit my grandparents there, and I distinctly remember conversations about my grandmother being on some hormonal therapy.
Yeah.
And this is what am I, 50 nearly, 49? So
Grandma was on
hormone therapy. This is eons ago. We're talking, 45 years ago, 40 years ago. So the concept of hormone therapy and the application of it's been around forever. We can talk about men's, the treatment of men and doing that, but even back then, they were working with women a long time ago, right? But no men. You didn't hear the conversation about men 40 years ago.
But with women, it was kind of you knew it was hormonal therapy, but we always thought that it was. Anytime I heard of hormonal therapy and a woman was getting treated for it, I always thought it had something to do with maybe she's getting pregnant or she's a little bit more older, seasoned, but then they're trying to just. She still wants to feel more younger.
There's a lot of reasons why you would have some sort of hormonal therapy. It could just be a an attribute of the way you were born. You know, we see guys in our practices, unfortunately, that come in, and they're 18 or 19 years old, and they have real, in fact, low testosterone levels. Already.
Okay.
So that is an extreme case, and that's a case where we're not actually going to treat those guys. So
okay.
There's a ton of considerations. It's a very...
Oh, they still come in, and they're like, hey, I'm 19. You be like, hey, bro, you got to wait.
I was at training in LA, or in Temecula, California. My entire team was there, and some kid rolled in off of a military base out there, and he was there with his little girlfriend, and he was getting tested. You know, we're not going to turn people down to be tested. We are going to seriously consider who we're going to treat, though. That's a very, very, very serious thing. Whether at a brand level, at a practitioner level, these are people that this is the person that we, or investors, I hire to go and actually do the consultation, prescribe the medications, develop the programs, or whether it's a personal level. Like, these are serious considerations, because hormones are very sensitive things. They're important to the function of your body, right? And so yes, we see young people all the time come in, and so there's a lot of considerations around that. And that, you know, one of them is future fertility. We don't the treatment of hormones, treatment of low testosterone can impact fertility.
Impact fertility.
Yep.
Now,
you just got to be careful.
Okay. Now, hormones is the same as testosterone. Testosterone
is a hormone.
Testosterone is a hormone.
Yes. So I was actually doing some research the other day.
Yeah.
There's in excess of 50 hormones that operate in your body.
50.
And mine.
Like the United States of America.
Exactly.
Well, mine's is Texas.
Yeah.
And
mine's really Texas. Adopted Texas.
Yeah, Arkansas. You know.
So you don't even live here anymore.
But still, I'm here. I'm back. We're the same. I'm back here with you.
We'd take you back, but with open arms.
Thank you.
But so appreciate it. I heard a discussion earlier today where we were talking about testosterone and whether it was natural.
Yes.
And it's interesting. So there are actually, if you look at the 50 plus hormones in the body that operate, it's kind of in the middle lower end of how many atoms, like the complex of the structure of what testosterone is. So it's a smaller, it's a compound that already exists in your body, and it's actually one of the smaller hormones in your body. So when we go to actually synthesize, we make that hormone in order to treat your body with it.
You're making the natural hormone, which is testosterone, which is already in my body, to put it back in my body, but it's derived from
plants, actually.
Oh, it's derived from plants.
So so
it is natural.
So we buy these from reputable, high quality pharmacies that manufacture testosterone. The way that they do that is they derive other compounds from natural sources, like yams, for instance. Yams will produce.
I love some yams.
I know, right?
I love
just any day of the week. Never at Thanksgiving or
the yams. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So you can eat them, and you can make portions of testosterone from yams.
You mean I've been passing these yams up the whole time?
See, you could have been maybe 1/3 of the way to testosterone.
Okay, all right. Eat me some more yams.
You're not 30 anymore, so you probably need to consider how you're treating your body.
Yeah, absolutely right. But it's kind of hard sometimes to actually think about like everything that I need to do with my body at like times, because nobody's really telling me, like, I don't have getting back to a good friend like you to come in here and be like, hey man, this is what I'm doing at 49.
Yep.
Like you said. I do want to bring this up.
Yep.
That you have a 6-month-old.
I do.
And a 4-year-old.
I do.
Now, this is what I want you to help me. So
all right.
I'm late to starting my family.
Okay.
Now you have started this family, and my thing that I'm scared about is that I won't have the energy to play with my 3-year-old or my 4-year-old. Because you just got out of those 3s.
Yep.
Now those 4s, you running. You watching. I don't know what you're watching on TV, but
not much.
But probably Toy Story.
Oh yes.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the park. You got to run after them.
Yep.
And then 6 months, like
you got to go to the grocery. Your wife's still nursing.
Wife's still nursing, and
and then the entire house gets sick.
And then the entire house gets sick, and then it comes on you as a hit. So I am afraid, and I want you to help me or I want to feel more secure that I will have this type of energy when I have this family late in my life. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah. So it's funny. Once you start testosterone, you can, when you're just sitting down at the bar, you're sitting at the restaurant with your wife or kids.
Yeah.
You can just look at a guy and go, "Oh yeah, that guy's taking testosterone."
You can
just tell it. It's not so much that they look jacked. It's just the posture is good.
Yeah.
They feel good.
Now look at me trying to straighten up my posture. You see
That's
me
a
trying
good place to start, right?
Okay,
That gets us going forward through the day, right?
Yeah.
It goes back to the mental. A lot of people think that when they hear the word testosterone, that we're trying to create. Well, maybe it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's only intended to make unbelievably
stronger, faster,
big bodybuilder guys, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with trying to train your body. There's a lot of cool guys that do that, but that's not really my experience. I have one bodybuilder in my care in my growing practice right now. He's a great guy. He does some videos with us. He's a young dude.
Yeah.
But he had low testosterone, and it was impacting his ability to do his job. He also trains dogs, and he's a trainer, and now he's bodybuilding. It was impacting his weight. So we got younger guys. We talked earlier, super young, and the training guys, but we got normal guys, right? Guys like me and guys like you. Yeah. So as you look ahead and you pick out one of your girlfriends to actually get married to.
Yeah.
And have a kid.
Yeah, and decide to this is it now.
Yep. Yes, and so you're worried, right?
Yeah, I'm worried that like I won't have the energy, and I'm gonna because I wanna be that. I wanna be able to do those things that I'm seeing all my friends do.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, I want that. Well, let me go work. Let me go over here.
It is nice to build something here, right?
Yeah.
And that's why you're probably in Houston and doing it 2 places now. But and it's great to build something with Gameday.
Yeah.
But my experience is that when I was looking at the Gameday brand, you need to go. If you're going to buy a restaurant, you want to go eat at the restaurant. You want to, if you're going to buy a cobbler, you want to go learn a little bit about shoemaking. Well, I went and got my testosterone tested, right? Not really expecting to be told that I had low testosterone. Lo and behold, I had low testosterone. And so we were still trying to get pregnant at the time, so I couldn't start care. So I spent the next 6 months, 5 months or so, thinking about that low testosterone and what my life would be like next, right? Yeah, so I'm dreaming about it while I'm trying to get this business put together. My wife and I got pregnant. And that took about 2 or 3 months after I got tested. I got started, and then things changed significantly for me. I noticed that as I was trying to get the business started prior to being on testosterone therapy, my approach to the morning was a little less unclear. It was a little more scattered. I noticed that after a hard day of trying to conceptualize vendors and where am I going to lease space and how do I market this thing, I would go through a rough, challenging day, and the next day would be a little bit difficult to get up for, right? And I felt drained from the day prior. So once I started treatment, I noticed more clarity, the ability to recover, right? It was huge. It made an unbelievable difference. And so you think about trying to have that family, maybe build the business, and then as you have those kids, and now you want to make sure that you have the energy to the mental clarity to read for them at night, and the longevity at night to read and put them to bed and bathe them and stuff like that. Yeah. You got to get through that. And you can, when you have that clarity, in the morning about how you can plan your day, and even just you're thinking through and you're able to get through that day. It makes a huge difference in how you think about that and how you perform. And so if you perform better, you're going to be able to do more things around the house, help the wife, with in the middle of the night feedings, shaking the baby until he's ready to go to sleep, and when that baby starts crying or that 3-year-old starts crying about doesn't want to eat the food you've given him, then you're not going to lash out as,
Oh, you're more because you have set your day.
You can just keep it. You can keep your emotions more in check as well.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. See, that's what I found.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, because we're thinking anytime there's this myth from all those 80s and 90s pieces.
I see where you're going.
PSAs about people, when you,
Oh, It's funny. You're the second person in 2 days, literally, to say that to me. No, it's exactly the opposite. I feel
natural.
I feel much more centered. I feel much more in control. I feel much more focused on a task. And I just feel more durable, We've been sick at the house the last couple of days. I was the second to get it, and the last person to get it got it yesterday. And, I've had to step up and do some different things, even though we're getting, we've got some big plans we're trying to roll out at the office and stuff like that.
Isn't that funny of just like when you're, you have your community, your unit, your family unit.
Yep.
And like the whole family gets sick, and like you feel like wait a minute, it's like I got to step up in a different sense of. I was like, this should be easy. I mean, which is it naturally, but it's like you like, hold on, I'm out here by myself because my lady's down, my kids is down, and especially when like your lady goes down, you like, I can only do something like you, but you got to heal it. But I'm here for you. I'm gonna take care. Like, how do you feel? Like you just like I'm out here by myself.
Well, and I'm
how do you feel?
Very lucky. As I said, I started to have kids late in life.
Yeah.
That's because I took forever to find my wife. To be candid.
Naturally, thank you. I'm seeing that there's hope. Looking at you,
I was very picky. I'm sure you're very picky.
Yeah.
And my wife tells me you waited too long, and I was like, well, I wanted to make sure. And I'm super picky, and we're here together. So
good. I'm glad.
Yes. So anyway, I forgot where I was going with that.
Of just like you being like just by yourself on an island. You on an island,
very lucky.
Taking care of the family, and
my wife pitches in such an unbelievable amount, and so that allows me a lot of flexibility in my professional life, right? Mm-hmm. To do game day and to try to make the right decisions at the brand, to sit in my lobby and talk to the guys that come in to see us. But when she's down and you gotta get up at 3 a.m. and help the baby feed still, even though he's 6 months old, and maybe he also is getting this virus and he crapped himself and it's all the way through his sleep suit, and so you gotta keep it together. You gotta clean it up,
and you just like and you're focused, and you're like powering through. You're like this. I got it.
Yes,
I got it. Yes. See, because we're always hearing about like, well, it'll make you feel good, like the ladies, you know what I mean? But it's never. I haven't heard this context of like, hey man, when I have to like lock in with the family.
Yes.
I kind of like.
Yeah. Again, we have one bodybuilder in our care.
Yeah.
We do have a good population of our guys who, even though when I had the conversation with them, it wasn't about wanting to lose weight. I see several guys, Jermaine, James Bowie, these guys have lost, 15, 20 pounds, stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing. I see more mental clarity, mental focus, mental durability, and I see the body functioning better in just a normal everyday setting. Your job, Ernest's job, my job.
Yeah.
Not Arnold Schwarzenegger, just a job. Well, a guy.
Kind of right. Who doesn't want to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'm not a trainer, man. I don't know how to help.
But have you seen Commando? Like, what a great movie, Commando.
Yeah, there's a new Predator movie out.
There's a new Predator. I love every Predator franchise there's
a new Predator movie out.
There's a new Predator movie.
But the Predator seems like he's kind of the good guy.
Yeah, he like almost have human like features.
Yeah.
So I think they've
like humanized him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've humanized.
That makes us able to root for him. If you humanize him, it's like, oh, he's on our team now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna root for
our guy.
Well, I kind of always rooted for the Predator.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he had all the gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
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 So
but yes, it's those everyday things.
Okay.
That helps us be the Predator, right? Yeah. The good Predator.
The good Predator.
The one we root for.
The one that we're
not the wild one, not the crazy one that blows the entire city up.
No, I want the one that's just like, hey, I'm gonna help you stay alive.
Right. Yeah.
Don't take my mask off.
Yeah.
Because
this other weird alien's out here. Yeah. I'm here with you guys helping you deal with that other alien guy.
And give me the little laser thing to find you.
I think maybe they heard about Game Day, and that's why they made that movie.
Exactly.
They knew what we were doing for our guys.
I think he's trying to. He got married later in life.
Yeah, he did. That's his story. That's his backstory.
He's protecting his kids.
Yeah.
I think we wrote a new Predator.
Yeah.
I think we definitely wrote it.
I think I wrote it.
You wrote it. You can
tell on camera.
It's on camera. Can I get 10% of that?
Yeah, you get all you want. You're the creative type.
Perfect.
I'm just running a little business, man.
Perfect, man. So okay, so speaking about your business,
Yes.
you do something different in your business.
We do. We try. Yeah.
Yeah, and
try very hard.
How long have you had it? You know what I'm saying? When did you start it?
So, Gameday Willowbrook, we serve the northern side of town.
Yeah.
So we're in the Cypress area.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Klein, and we're Cyfair, Klein, and Willowbrook area.
Mm-hmm.
So that northern side of town, right? And Champions. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Champions as well. So we've been around since September of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Went to training in California, came back and threw open our doors and started to try to tell the world about what we thought Gameday at Willowbrook was about.
Okay.
So yeah, Gameday is a very large brand, as you may have already determined. You know.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah,
I didn't know how big it was until I'm like, wait a minute. Then I'm doing my wait.
Yeah, we already have 13 locations in Houston. So, as our CEO already says, we've already beaten the competition as it relates to bricks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a footprint of over nearly 400 units now. So, but what I've tried to do at Gameday Willowbrook is starts with the people that I found.
Yeah.
I found 2 partners that came from a prior clinic, not necessarily a men's health clinic setting, but just a very quality clinical setting, and they worked together in the past. So Jamie and Patricia joined me right out of the gate, and they've been with me since day one.
Okay.
We recently added a girl named Juliana, who's a young pup, and we got a good chance to train her in a cash pay, non-insurance, not a slow paced, sleepy, MA clinic role. So we're excited about her addition and what she can bring to the table, and we're pushing her. But yeah, so as we built the practice, we've learned the Gameday way. That Gameday way is built on bricks, right? We're not an online brand.
Yeah.
We focus on seeing people, making connections in the community. I'll talk about that maybe a little bit. But we have a place. We have a physical place. We're like a real company. We're a place that we have a lobby. We have.
Sorry.
No worries.
That's me.
It's okay.
Okay, we got it.
Are we okay?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
We have a lab on site. So this is a clinic. It's a clinical setting. It's a clinic, and we have a lab on site. We talk about that later. But and that's all part of the Gameday model, the Gameday brand, right? Part of being successful in a franchise is following the model, right? However, there's some ways in which Gameday Willowbrook and partnering with Jamie and Patricia, we've kind of set ourselves apart. 2 areas are testosterone care, and another way is that we do some regenerative therapy that some of my peers, whether in the brand or outside the brand, really don't have. And so on that testosterone side, Choni, we have focused on really putting testosterone care, and so testosterone care, hormone care, as we talked about, has been around since my grandmother.
Right.
Testosterone care has been around 20 years as well, right? I think the guys' care kind of came later than the women's care.
Of course.
I mean,
women always get the cool thing first.
There's a lot.
They always get the cool thing.
There's a lot of innuendo in that, right?
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. They always. Yes. Great one.
Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah. Anyway, so that care, our care, the testosterone care that we deliver, that I'm on, has been around for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
The actual delivery and the input of testosterone to your body is not new. We're not doing anything novel from that perspective. However, there are some important things that are really positive outcomes when you focus on them when you're delivering that testosterone care. So when I put testosterone in your body, that's just free. They call that free testosterone. Okay. Mm-hmm. What I'm interested in and what we drive for in our clinic is something called, total testosterone is what we put in your body. Okay. That's just normal. We put testosterone in your body, right? Injection, we have some pills we can use, or we can even do pellets. Okay.
Pellets are the one that dissolves.
They do dissolve. Yeah.
Yep. Right.
They just have a half-life of like 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
Like that. But, so that's total testosterone. Okay. But your body chemistry interacts with that testosterone when I put it in your body, right? Mm-hmm. And that testosterone is useful over about a week or so, okay? But a really interesting measure of that is free testosterone, okay? Free testosterone is the testosterone that doesn't get bound up with other things in your body. It's the testosterone that can be used to improve all those functions, brain, down here, your muscle,
Yeah.
your endurance,
Your endurance, yeah.
whatever you want, however it is improving your life, that is the effect of how the body is using free testosterone in your body, okay? So you want to drive, we're going to always put a certain amount of total testosterone in your body each dosing period, right? But what's really critical is driving up the free testosterone component of that. So what we do is we actually pair some really high quality oral supplements in our clinic. We have a basic package, kind of similar, akin to what everybody else is doing for testosterone care. But we also pair some really high quality oral supplements that actually that's more of a premium package. So we're actually driving that free testosterone up, right? So if I put the same amount of a substance in you, but I can improve the amount of the good stuff that you have available, well, you're going to have a better outcome.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Oh, okay. So you're adding two components to get one, and so we can drive.
I'm putting something else in there to help you have more of the good stuff available. Okay.
Okay.
So it's not only is it free testosterone, you want to drive up free testosterone. A naturally occurring process in your body is the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. Okay. You have testosterone in your body, you have estrogen in your body, just like I do.
Right.
We both have it.
Right.
If you didn't have estrogen, you'd actually have problems.
Right.
But if you have too much estrogen, you would have problems.
I would have problems.
So,
well, it depends on where you're at these days.
Where you're going.
Yeah, it depends on where you're going. You may have a good time.
Yes. Well, you may feel lighter on your feet.
Yeah.
But you probably have like breast swelling and pain, so you don't want that.
No, I don't.
You might try to feel free and lively,
but
you don't want
I don't want to start.
Nobody wants breast swelling.
Right.
At least not guys.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think nobody wants it. Right? It's all bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife is sick of breast swelling, but she's been nursing. She's been nursing,
and she's tired of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're using all that, but then you also do something different in your clinic, some therapy that you was saying.
We do, yeah. So, but really importantly though is anybody can give you testosterone care.
Okay.
And this is the bedrock of much of what we do. Testosterone care is the bedrock. It's super important. It makes an unbelievable difference in my life. But when I can do something when I can pair something with that testosterone care to get that free testosterone better, and also to manage properly that conversion of estrogen, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
That's the magic. That's one of the two magic sauces that we work on at Gameday Willowbrook.
Okay.
It's super important.
Okay.
Because what can happen is there's a lot of people who just go to their primary care physician, right? We exist for the purpose of helping men feel better, right? Yeah. We are focused in on testosterone care, right? If you just go to your primary care physician, they don't know about estrogen conversion cycles. They don't care. They will not even test your free testosterone, okay? They're there for your overall care. I am focused on your hormone care.
Like you're just specifically so you are specializing in this thing, right?
Gameday Men's Health focus is its bedrock is hormone care.
And you guys are essentially just like the testosterone is working this testosterone is working with the good testosterone. You guys, the free testosterone, you guys are working with essentially your primary care physician in a way of being like, not talking to them, but you're being like, hey, I see something else specifically of what can help you to just be the best that you can be.
Yeah. If we see something in our care of our guys that they need to go see a primary care physician, then we'll go send them to do that. I think what I was trying to drive towards is we blow those guys away as far as what they can do to help guys with their hormone care.
Gotcha.
We're the specialists. They're the general practitioner, right?
Gotcha.
We're the hormone specialist.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the key for us.
That's the key for you guys. Okay.
Huge. So yes, you were also asking about how else does Gameday Willowbrook kind of separate itself. Yeah, and this is a way that we separate ourselves, whether, in the men's care world, right?
Yeah.
And there are peers of mine that are outside of our brand, and I have 12 other peers in the Houston metro market, right? What I've invested in our clinic is a machine called an OmniWave machine.
Okay. What is it? What does this
Right?
look like? Does it look like a Tesla robot?
I wish it walked. I wish it walked.
Okay, not yet.
It does look like a giant. Part of it looks like a giant vibrator, though. I'm serious.
Okay.
It's got like a handset, and it's got like a bellow at the end of it, like a blue bellow. Literally, if I had my phone over here, I'd show you and prove it. But I was laying in bed last night or this morning when I was taking care of the baby. But I was like, well, wait a second. Actually, no, I think I voice texted this to my wife. I was like, wait, what about a cute video, funny video, where somebody goes into our clinic, a room in our clinic, and the handset of the OmniWave is just kind of sitting there. It does have a big long cord on it.
Yeah.
But what if they're like, mentally, you dub in, they're like, man, what kind of woman uses that? She must be awesome.
Right.
It looks like a vibrator, I swear to God. So what else? But it also looks like a box. It's probably about that big.
Yeah.
About yay high.
Okay.
Black box. It doesn't record voices or anything.
Okay.
Like
No
flight data.
No flight data.
No.
We can't have nothing recorded.
No flight data.
All right.
This thing is cool. So it is way newer technology, similar to the technology they used to use to break up kidney stones. You've heard of kidney stones, people trying to pass kidney stones?
No, I drink a lot of water to try.
You don't want to, and I've never had that problem.
Okay.
At 49.
Thank you.
See, I've already almost destroyed this.
Thank you. Right. We don't need that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No kidney stones.
Right.
But they used to use this pressure wave technology to actually break up kidney stones. So instead of trying to pass giant kidney stones that are very painful, they just break them up so you can easily pass them. So this is pressure wave technology. It's not electrical. When I tell people about this, they're like, oh, I got a TENS unit. Different thing. So what happens is they use kinetic energy, which is like pressure waves, okay? And we end up putting pressure in a targeted intentional area, and we actually put pressure at the cellular wall, okay?
Okay.
And when we release that pressure, we actually do intentional damage to cells in an area we're trying to treat. And so what happens as a result is your body notices injury, right? We've done injury to your body intentionally.
Right.
And so then the body brings in healing factors like oxygen, blood, and other healing factors like stem cell type things. Okay. So we are soliciting a healing response from the body intentionally, right? It's really cool stuff. So it's a black box, like I told you about, no voice data, no flight data, but it actually, it makes a clicking sound when we're actually using it, okay? So it's like click, 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 click. It's cool. People get attracted to it. Like, what are you doing over there? And so we're using this. It's a non-invasive regenerative therapy, basically, okay?
Yeah.
Anybody, it's a class 1 device. Almost anybody can use it. Like I could train you to use this thing. I do it. I'd use it.
Well, if you train me to use it, then you're gonna have to pay me a rate, my day rate. You're gonna have to go to.
I can afford you.
But
I only pay hourly.
Okay. Well, hey, we may, we can talk.
You give me lots of hours. I give you lots of pay.
A lot of hours, right? Gotcha.
But it's non-invasive.
Okay.
And basically what we do, Choni, is we are intentionally doing damage over a course of treatments, 6, 12, and we're trying to get a healing response from the tissues, the soft tissues, right? Or the blood vessels in the area to heal. We're breaking, and we're soliciting your body's response to do some healing in that area, okay? So I'll give you a couple applications of this. It's kind of cool. So this machine, a similar type machine in the Gameday brand, has been used for a long time for purposes of sexual performance treatments.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Mostly my peers use a different machine. My machine is unique and special. I'll tell you why in a minute. But they use this machine for purposes of sexual performance. So as we get older, people say you get plaque in your blood. Have you ever heard this before?
No, I haven't.
It's basically,
it's
it's a generic term for fat deposits in your blood, right? So maybe you get, it's probably it's a contributor to or an early sign of like heart disease and stuff like that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, especially with the American diet, it is very common. Okay. But what happens is when you're trying to have sex, the arteries, the pathways for blood in your groin, in your penis, they actually are blocked with plaque. Yes.
They're blocked with plaque. So this is
So this pressure waves we were talking about earlier, just like it breaks up those.
Tissue.
No, it's the things that are hard to pass. Dang it. Anyway,
Kidney stones.
there you go. So just like it breaks up kidney stones, right? We're pressuring kidney stone break, pressure break. We actually will send those same waves into the blood pathways in your groin and your penis. It actually breaks up that plaque, and then the blood can actually move it out of the way. And once that plaque's out of the way, that blood can flow into the penis, into the groin area, and we get a much better sexual response and much better sexual performance and enjoyment.
And then on top of what you already adding with the other, with the free
hormones,
the free hormones,
the free testosterone, and the properly functioning hormone,
and so all that together,
you got.
And then I'm a new person, and I'm able to run around with my kids.
Yes, and you're able to, this is not that. I'm sharing Shawn's experience.
Thank you.
When I started on hormone treatment, I started getting morning erections like I hadn't had in 5, 10, 15 years. I'm not screwing around. Yeah. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But, at the time, my wife was still living in China.
Yeah.
And I was traveling back and forth for basically to have sex so we could have another baby.
You was going to China a lot.
I was like a gigolo for a little bit. That's literally was my function, Choni. I was trying to put the business together, but then I'd have to fly to China. I'd have sex for a week or two, and then I'd come back home.
But with the same person and feeling like that, didn't you feel kind of good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes you feel wanted.
It makes
at least for one thing.
You know what? So that's what it is. Yeah. It's just like, so doing this, I want to feel wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to feel wanted, and like being able to feel wanted, it makes you feel, and then you really got mental clarity.
My wife being in China with our then 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Didn't give a rip about what I was doing else other than, are you getting on that plane to come have sex so we can have another kid? Like literally. Didn't care.
I don't care what you got
love you,
going
but
on.
I don't give a damn what you got going on.
I don't care. What time were you go? Oh.
Yeah.
It was
ultimate
fun.
sign of trust, but no, not a lot of fun. I was building Gameday.
You were building
Gameday Willowbrook at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So that pressure wave machine though is good is unbelievable for sexual performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
ED.
Mm-hmm.
Man, guys who are my age who have poor hormone levels and they are not on care, you can't imagine the prevalence of ED from that population of people. Those guys who have poor hormone levels, who have low testosterone, we do, when we bring them into our clinic, we have some forms I got to fill out. One of them is a SHIM score, sexual history scoring, basically. It's telling us as practitioners, as Gameday, people at Gameday trying to help guys out, how severe, or do they have, and how severe is their ED? So we're measuring that, and you'd be surprised how many people who have who have poor hormones also have ED issues. But the OmniWave machine is that's what I was talking about earlier. What sets us apart. It is. We okay on time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're fine. Give me let me give 5 more minutes. Yeah, you're fine. This is great.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the OmniWave is also my OmniWave machine uses a spark plug to create that kinetic wave.
Like an actual spark plug,
the
real spark plug.
No,
I haven't seen a spark plug. Yeah, I haven't seen a spark plug. You know how your dad be like, "Hey man, go change out the spark plug," and you're like, "What's the spark plug look like?" And you get the spark plug, and you never forget what a spark plug looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid doing turnarounds on my own car. In the alternator. Taking the cap off, checking everything, changing out the spark plugs. Yeah. I've been around a little while.
You've been around the block.
Yeah. So it has a little spark plug in it, but we're not sending electricity in your body. That's not what's happening. That spark creates. Yeah, I know. You can't charge up your penis. It doesn't work that way. You got to use blood to get that thing going, man. You got to have the desire, and you got to have the blood flow.
Okay.
But anyway, it is non-invasive though. So a lot of the other machines on the market, they're used by my peers in the brand or outside the brand. Theirs, unfortunately, is discomfort. It is uncomfortable to the touch, or actually painful. So they actually have to use numbing cream on it. I don't have to. Choni, mine is non-invasive. It makes a clicking sound, and it is very powerful. My machine, the regular machine is about that deep. It can penetrate, which is fine for like sexual performance issues.
Yeah.
But my machine actually has a depth of field more like 4.3 inches. So I can use this actually in soft tissue regeneration treatments. So if you have, if you
muscle,
shoulders, knee, if you have deep knee structural
How about lower
ruptures,
back?
we can definitely use it on back.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so now we talk.
We can use this on women and men. I have multiple women who have come into our clinic and have, rhabdomyolysis or,
Wait, rhabdomyolysis?
I know, right?
Well, what is that?
That, right? When this really smart patient of ours, this female patient of ours told me about that, that's what I said. I was like, let me my phone out. Perplexity, what is this, right?
Yeah.
Basically, if you're overusing if you're taxing a muscle, you're overusing a muscle, it can kind of turn on itself and kind of degrade. That's late. Yeah. It doesn't.
So, and it does it even in like your regular muscles?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can imagine you could do this in your calf.
Yeah.
You could probably do it in your quad or your hamstring, but this woman actually had it in her biceps. And so it resulted in a lack in a range of motion. So she could probably, get her arms up to here. And then she really couldn't even do curls anymore. And this is a woman who used to religiously do CrossFit. It's some sort of localized degenerative thing that she had kind of brought on herself, the way she treated her body. Well, so Gameday, not only do we do hormones, not only do we do sexual health, and now I'm really focused on regenerative therapy on joints and damaged tissues and things like that. We actually do things called peptides. You ever heard of a peptide before?
A little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard a lot about it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Peptides are interesting. They are a very hot area of personal care. They are useful for both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
They are still in studies. Some are FDA studied or approved, but only a rare few of them. There are many others available. These are things that already exist in your body. We're mimicking them. They're synthesizing larger quantities of them, and they're putting them back in your body to solicit a response from your body. So one of the easiest ones is, and the common ones that we do advertise because of its status with the FDA, is something called Sermorelin. Have you ever heard of this before?
You're saying words that all I can think about.
I don't understand the words that are coming out of
I
your mouth.
don't understand the words that are coming.
Yeah,
You
right?
said peptides. I'm thinking of Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
You said
Sermorelin.
I'm thinking sirloin steak.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm relating, all this good medicine and
Well,
good
it's
to
funny.
food and
Yeah,
things
you might
that I
want to
eat.
eat a sirloin steak if you take Sermorelin.
Really?
So Sermorelin actually is the peptide that exists in your body, lesser in my body and yours than, say, my son. It is a peptide that talks to your pituitary gland in your head and tells your body to make human growth hormone. So as we're younger and we're trying to get bigger and we're more fast twitch when we're 13 and 17, then I'm slow. I'm ultra slow twitch now, right?
Right.
Like, I don't twitch. I like twitch trying to get out of the bed, but that's pain or
That's all.
something.
You're
you know?
right. You're right.
Yeah. Before testosterone care, definitely cramping, twitching. But no, so the body when we're younger produces more human growth hormone, which is supporting growth. It's supporting recovery. Like kids sleep 18 hours at points during their teens, right? Like they sleep forever. Well, part of that is they have a very high amount of human growth hormone in their body, right? They're taxing their body. They're trying to grow that body. Their brains are developing, which taxes their body. So they have this prevalence, this large amount of human growth hormone in the body so that they can do those things, but they can also recover from them, right? When they're sleeping, they're doing a lot of recovery. And so what we do is we put Sermorelin in an injectable form or an oral form in your body, and we're telling your pituitary gland, hey, Shoni's pituitary gland, make human growth hormone like we did back in the day. And so we get those similar sort of functions and operation and better recovery when we put Sermorelin, which is a peptide, in your body. So that's a single example of what a peptide is.
And that's a single example of what you do and specializing in at your place.
It's exactly right, Shoni. So we do get a lot of calls for guys who want to leverage their insurance, right? I understand. Everybody's got budgets, you know. The challenging part for us is we've talked about several different pillars of what Gameday is and how we do it the same and how we set ourselves apart at Gameday Willowbrook, right? Much of those things and those things that make us unique, well, your insurance company is not going to pay for that. Like are you looking for a solution? Are you tired of feeling tired? Or is your girlfriend tired of your performance? Are you tired of not having interest? Right?
Yeah. Or are you tired you can't run around with your kids?
Yeah. You're tired of being tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get a lot of that, right?
Yeah.
And there are some options on the internet for that. I'm not sure I want to trust my health at any age, right? To something I bought on the internet, candidly,
Right. No.
Especially if you're dealing with hormones.
Right.
Peptides have a lower half-life, so it's probably not as big of an issue. But anyway, you want to know where your stuff's coming from. But, we focus on concierge care, things that are tailored for our guys. We pair OmniWave, the big black box, with peptide called BPC 157 to help tendonitis in your elbow if you golf. If you run and you got plantar fasciitis, or you're just running around the studio a lot and you got plantar fasciitis, or maybe you banged your knee into something and it's been gimping you around for a while, your meniscus got banged up. These things can help you get back to what you're doing every day, get back to your everyday life, right? When we pair that OmniWave, that regenerative therapy, with like BPC 157, which is a healing peptide, dude, these things help out huge. It's awesome.
Okay.
It's awesome.
So that's what okay. So now with all that said, here's a question. Let's play a game. Now you said that you can walk into a room and you can tell who's using hormones, testosterone, and you walk in the room, not that you own it.
Yep.
So now here's a little game. I was thinking of some people when you said it. Now, you could say yes or no.
All right, like it.
Okay.
All right.
So men that are essentially using testosterone. Okay. Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, definitely. Easy. That's a no-brainer. I mean, I saw the video the other day with him back in the day before he was public, they were a public company in his little Honda, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like Jeff Bezos does now.
Okay, cool.
Easy.
Elon Musk.
Challenging. I'd have to see him.
Okay.
All I've seen is videos. I haven't met him.
Okay. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, definitely.
Kirk Franklin.
I don't know him. Is he your neighbor?
No.
Is he your neighbor in LA?
No, Kirk Franklin is a big gospel artist. You know Kirk, he's a little dancer, a little gospel artist. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Who's one more do I think that I've been seeing?
You asked me about Anthony Hamilton. I know who Anthony Hamilton is.
Okay.
But I haven't seen Anthony Hamilton's in a video since 2004.
Anthony Hamilton.
No idea. No idea. I know. But that is I named my kid Hamilton after Anthony Hamilton, actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's my more recent kid's name is Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay. Yeah. I got one more. Brad Pitt.
Man, that's a tough one.
Here's one for you.
What do you think? You tell me what you think.
No. Tom Cruise.
I'm going to say yes.
I've
seen his muscle structure. I think Brad Pitt is just a freak. There are freaks out there.
Okay.
Now, I think Tom Cruise is a talented guy, but I don't think his body structure and that is freakish. I think yes for him, no for Brad Pitt.
Okay, because Tom does his own
stunts. If I like I said earlier, if I can see them, if I can be in the same room with them, because it's not always about muscle structure, right?
Right. Nah, it's all about
we
focus.
talked about leaning forward and going through the day, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's also how you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's how you know. Okay, now and just to wrap this up, you said a little bit about the community that you do. Like, I want to know how are you in the community with?
Yeah, that's cool. It's really a part of how Gameday is successful. I told you earlier, we do hormone therapy. It's been around for 20 years, right?
Right.
We have a different model for delivery, but the basics of the care are tested, known, and the outcomes, assuming we have good guys that we partner up with, our patients, we know what the outcomes will be. They'll be positive, and they'll be helpful for them living a better life, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question again?
About how you said that you're in the community.
Yes.
Right?
There we go.
Like you're out there where your business is,
yes.
where your office is, and you're in the community.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
So Gameday is just a model. We deliver good care, but we actually, the difference in how we're successful at finding good guys to help get good outcomes is partnering with the community. So specifically the way I do it is I actually like the YMCA.
Wow.
So the YMCA is a place where
YMCA is great. I
hadn't been to one in 20 years, to be candid.
Really?
There's one down the street from me, and we have developed a really unique partnership where I actually come to the Y 3 times a week, and I have three that I work with. So I go to the YMCA and I set up a table 3 times a week at 3 different locations because they have an unbelievable community of people there. They have single young teens.
Yeah.
They have older teenage boys who are playing basketball.
Yeah.
They got families who are coming there for swimming. They have the seniors, the sneaker seniors, I think is what they call them, right?
They're sneaker seniors?
Yeah.
What's
So they
sneaker senior.
They're a little bit older than me, probably like 4 years older than me.
But they got
They're there to pound the pavement, man.
Wait a minute. A senior is not considered 50 in your 50s. What you like, 70s?
I know.
Yeah. But
you can do this game day thing long enough, and you'll feel like. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I got you.
Yeah, no, but it's an amazing place where there's the population of their membership is, first of all, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's a great place to have really interesting conversations with 12,000, 7,000 people. These are big places with big communities just right there. And so I go in, I do tabling events. Mm-hmm. We talked earlier about my big black box, my OmniWave machine. Mm-hmm. That thing is mobile. And so what I do is I put it in the back of my little car and I drive it over there 3 times a week at 3 different locations. So I'm in a YMCA 9 times in a week in my communities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
And talking to them and doing demos. I do demos right there on site. So if you have active acute pain, if you strained your elbow or you have just debilitating knee pain, I can bring that pain level down that day, that moment, and with a 5-minute treatment from like an 8 or a 9 or a 10 down to a 2, a 1.5, a 3, something like that. So one of the benefits that the Y sees in working with me is I bring that in and I do those treatments and it helps their membership just get through that workout that day. Mm-hmm. So if they come and see me, you can get through your workout that day. And if you know what, if you like that outcome and it really helped you, then you come in, we put together a program for you and we put that whole knee in a better place after our treatments. We pair that with a peptide like BPC 157.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're out there
out there
with the community.
Absolutely.
And being out there.
We have a strong relationship with Mancuso Harley Davidson in town.
Yeah.
Villa Sport over in Cyprus is an unbelievable place that has, the facilities themselves are gorgeous, but just they have a spa in there and they're an unbelievable partner as well. So, I like to go to the places where we can get we can have the biggest conversations, the most conversations and find these communities we mostly mostly the people who come to see us are guys.
Right.
They are guys like me.
Got you.
But we also know what we found, what I've learned in being associated with this business is a lot of times the reason guys like me actually go to that doctor appointment is because their wife or their girlfriend is telling them, I'm tired of your stuff.
Yeah.
You're not working out.
Yeah.
You don't fit in your dress clothes anymore. You're not inspired at work, right? I'm not sure you're up to having this kid at 49, you need to go get help, right? And so we're also having conversations with women about that and trying to help them understand we provide an option for their boyfriend. We provide an option for their husband, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you feel as though we've been having like a good conversation. I didn't even ask you about so now you're 49.
Yep.
2 kids.
Yep.
Loving wife.
Yep.
You
lucky.
Yes. Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the business. Yep. Thriving. You're in the community. You're doing work. Do you feel like you're in your peak performance era right now? And do you feel like you can go higher?
Yeah. Yeah. I know I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because this business is challenging me to do better every day. And I am inspired by my peers here in this community, whether at the Y or whether in this brand, to find new ways to reach people and to deliver better care. Like I said earlier, we talked about the 2 ways that I separate myself from my peers in the brand or outside the brand. Mm-hmm. That's why I do it, right? Because why did I do that? Because I want to succeed. I want to drive further, than what I thought I could do before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
definitely near my peak. I'm getting there. I'm working towards my peak.
You're working towards your peak. You're getting okay. So what is some peak performance advice that you would give me? So now that I feel confident after this conversation, after talking to you, I feel very confident.
Good.
That I will be able to start my family later and have that more energy.
You should. There's options out there.
Okay.
The good news is game days are opening up all over the place. So we get a chance to have more conversations and give more confidence to guys, right?
Oh, right. So what's your peak performance advice?
Yeah, I think one of the things that has made me successful through this process is not strictly just a reliance on myself. Okay. Two big winners. As I conceptualized how to get my Gameday Willowbrook open, I had a lot of conversations with my peers, people who were in the same spot as I was. They were investing in Gameday. They were trying to figure out how to pivot from prior professional lives, right, like myself, or how they thought the investment, the mental, the capital, the foot effort, investment in Gameday was going to turn into a big return for them in the future.
Yeah.
And so when I had those conversations, it helped me conceptualize what that whole path looked like in my way. And then if you think about, you gain ideas, you say, well, oh, that's a great idea, but I had this other perspective and I already did this other sales job, or I'm a CPA, or whatever your old role is. And now you can say, oh, I can bring all that thinking into this, right? And so when I bring that thinking to this and I have a conversation with the peers, the people who are next to me, or even the peers who are already reached that mountaintop, right? Then you can formulate your plan, how you're going to execute in your business and deliver your peak performance,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you. This was a great conversation, my man.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it, Choni. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I can't get over that name. I love the name.
Oh, man. Thank you, sir. Thanks for my mom naming you that.
Thanks for the great question.
Yeah. So
that was fun.
That's it, man.
Yeah.